Hey everyone, welcome back to Miles Apart in the Common Room. It's been a long time, we know, yes, but we're back. This episode we spoke about a couple of things. We spoke about the our preference, summer or winter. As you know, I'm a summer boy, always stood by that. And then we spoke about some of the things we've been up to lately. We spoke about the church. We spoke about whether or not the internet would forget or if old things are indeed forgotten. In this case, not really, but yeah, it was one of the things we spoke about. Now we're excited to know what you think about what we've said, and if you miss us. So if you do miss us, to the two people watching us, comment, and if not, we judge you. So enjoy.
But yeah, we should do a catch up to now everyone has been. It's been 84 years.
How have you guys been?
I miss you all.
Someone
It's
misses
been
everyone.
it's been a long time. I think ultimately the first question is why have we not been recording? This is putting
Mm,
everybody on the spot. Why? It's more like for our audience. Why at least the one or two people that are listening to us that have missed us, the rest that did not miss us, I judge you. Yeah. Uh, what have you guys been up to? Why have we not been recording? Who wants to be the first
I
witness?
can from where I sit, from where I'm sitting, right? The things I see is that
Jesus
life
Christ.
has been lifing, right? Things have been happening, major milestones, major on milestones, whatever,
Yeah.
which has been a blockage. And it's also like it's been a struggle for us to meet up, like to fix our schedules at the same around the same time. It's either we underplan or overplan and things don't work out and stuff. Yeah. So I think that for me that's it. That's the less excusey thing. Other one is that some of us just like sleep. Like I was sleeping for like two, yeah. Like there was a time I was supposed to record and I was sleeping. So I I just that I at that point I prioritized sleep over the podcast. So I apologize to every two people listening to us. Yeah, that's
I mean,
my
I think ultimately, just to repeat, in case this is your first time watching, my name is Israel. That is Samuel that I just finished talking, and then the last person is Michael. I am in Vancouver, West Coast, or one of the coast. Samuel is on another coast. Michael is in the UK, and it's the time we only have, if you we had to put it into ChatGPT, but if you put it into ChatGPT, the only slot of time that we have is always very tiny, and we've always tried to make it work. But in the past few weeks, that has not been working. People have been traveling, people have been chilling, people have been visiting family, which has made it harder for us to sync together. But yeah, Michael, did I summarize that?
Yeah, I mean, you should have just said you have been traveling because people have not, in fact, been traveling. Some
You
might not have
have
been.
been traveling.
Some
Samuel just came.
have been- No, no, no.
well,
Some might not have been stuck in the country where they put us for the past like 4 months. None of us left our countries.
what
You have been the one taking planes to airports and
yeah.
going through.
I've just gone to the US just to go visit Samuel
Exactly. You've
to
been
see
the
how
one
he's
going
doing.
through immigration. I've not gone through immigration in a bit.
I don't count going to the US as traveling, anyways.
Anyway, that's the level we all hope to get to. But
Yeah.
yeah,
You
I
have
think that
become very privileged. You've forgotten your background. You've forgotten where you're coming from. That's why you sit here and say you don't
everything is
consider
not
traveling to
privileged.
the US.
It will be privileged if you didn't work for it.
He said, I don't consider traveling to the US as travel.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
now
a
US is
that's a
basically
function of
just US is basically just
Ghana was close to you. Did your passport allow you to do that?
technically Ghana is not close if you calculate the flight
yes now.
expense. So anyway, yeah,
It's like people that go to Benin Republic, they are just like, oh,
How
I'm going
many
to
hours was
Benin.
your flight?
I don't know now.
to the
No,
US.
how many hours was your flight? How many hours was your flight?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Was it 2 hours?
I just fly.
And this person is just keeping up with the lie.
No, I just fly.
Your flight, you
I
had
mean,
a
if I go
layover.
to LA is 2 hours, right?
But you don't go to LA, you came to New
I'm
York.
saying
How
LA
long was
is
the flight?
US, LA is US, but I came to another coast. It's almost the same time if I actually go to Toronto, right? Toronto is like 4 hours, and it was like 4 hours to your place too. So
Anything that goes beyond 30 minutes or 1 hour, flights.
even
My
train
own is
that I'm
that
taking
as
to
long
work
as
is
you
30
are
minutes.
passing immigration, you are immigrating.
Period.
You're immigrating into somewhere else. But yeah, that's the truth. It's just been logistics, guys. And because of the time difference, once we miss 1 week, that's actually very significant. But there were 2 weeks,
Yeah.
for example, that I couldn't make it because I was busy with my family. But those 2 weeks, you guys are probably available, and then after those 2 weeks,
Yeah.
when I was available, somebody was not available. So, but yeah, hopefully we'll try and be a bit more consistent. Now that we're even this is our summer time. This is our time to be recording that. There's natural
Yeah.
light like this. It's soon going to be 3 p.m. darkness now. Yeah, but let's not think about dreadful, depressing stuff.
And I don't look forward to it at the same time.
Yeah, it's that's same for me actually. I look forward to it because people just calm down during the winter, which is I
Exactly. People
need it.
start talking about what did you do on the weekend.
Yeah,
What's
it's
like,
all this energy is too much at this
do
point. Like,
you
can
get
we
like,
all? I'm having to do things on the weekend now just for Slack.
bro, exactly. Like, actually, for fact, I was telling my friend that last week, I was telling like friend slash coworker, we went
Mm-hmm.
out together, and
Yeah.
then I was like, one of the reasons why I'm actually doing this is because so that when we're having lunch on Monday, and they're like, "What did you do for your weekend?" I won't sound like I was just at home.
It was like a different approach.
Do you get? They will be like, "Are you depressed? Like, do you need help?" You know, because
That's
everybody's
actually
like, "Oh, I was at the beach," and I was like, "Come on,
yeah, it's so real. It's so real because when I first joined and then I used to just say, oh, I just slept and everything. There was
yeah,
now a particular meeting on Friday and I'm like, oh, what's Michael looking forward to this weekend? And one of my colleagues was like, oh, are you taking time to rest again? I'm like, ah,
again, again."
wow, so this is my rep now. What do you mean again?
What do you mean again?
What do you mean again? Like, obviously you're not going to go anywhere. So I'm like, what is this reputation? So I had to switch it up. So now always, sometimes like, let me just even take this walk so I can
Yeah,
talk about this
have
book. And now
something to
there's
say.
even a channel on our Slack where it's about what you did on the weekend.
Yeah,
People are always dropping stuff. Maybe they went swimming or they went climbing mountain or
yeah,
somebody just traveled to Paris for the weekend, whatever the case may be. So now I have to do things for the weekend. I can't wait
yeah.
for winter to come so we can all be locked down.
So I mean,
So
this is maybe this is the same for Michael, but this is me
Hmm?
not complaining anyways. This is me
No,
just
no,
be
no,
like, the energy is just too much. Like
yeah,
everybody's just like,
yeah. I'm an
because like
introvert.
people get too excited about the sun, and I don't understand
It's
why.
like a blessing. It's
it
yeah.
makes sense now. It makes sense now. He likes the code because the reason why I am excited for it and not excited for it are two different reasons from what you guys are saying, like opposite,
Okay.
polar opposite.
Why are you excited for it, Samuel?
I'm excited for it because it's now a longer night and shorter day.
Same here. That's why I'm excited
It's
too
the same
because
thing, but it doesn't affect my schedule more or less. That's my
But
own
for me, it
problem.
does because
I
I
see.
I am very much productive when it's dark and when it's at night. Like the moment once I walk through the night and it's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., I start seeing that it's getting lighter like this. I'm ready, in my head. I just like shut down because I'm angry,
I
right?
get your point.
Seeing it go from like 5 p.m. all the way to like what, like 3, 4 a.m. or something. I don't know. It makes me
Yeah,
a little bit more excited that I have a long time to go and so I can walk. That's my regular working schedule. Um,
Mm.
there's that. The only reason why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited for it because I'll get to stay in the
Mhm.
house and whatever. For right now, I feel so much guilt because I don't go out as often, or at least as I thought I would. So I feel guilt that summer is here, the sun is out, it's warm, which is my
yeah,
weather, and I have to, and I'm just home, like I'm not making the best of it. So that
Yeah.
FOMO makes me feel bad, right? That's it. But I love the
yeah.
energy. Please go outside.
I have no FOMO, and it's because I'm from Nigeria. So it's like this song that you guys are celebrating. I
Exactly.
appreciate it, but it's like
I,
there's no big deal.
Yeah, isn't
Every year
that why you
celebrating
should
a lot.
appreciate? Isn't that why
No,
you
they
should have
do.
FOMO? Because it's not consistent. You know that after a while now it's gone back and now you have to go back to taking
So
vitamins.
I've had 26 years of my life of consistent sun. It's probably going to take me another 26 years before I can beat that record. I
beat
don't
that.
need no,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like I'm good, to be honest. Like if they say that we're going to have like 6 months of winter, if not for the cold and that there's limited sun or something, I'm legit okay. For me, it has not been something that I have to hope for. That, oh my God, I can't wait for
yeah.
the sun. All my life I've had it, too much of itself. Do you get it? So
I
when
mean,
they say weekend plans, I'm just like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm happy to do some things, but sometimes just like, can we rest?
And so I think number one, like for me, like Samuel said, the fact that 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. it's already bright outside, and it's like,
Is a
bro,
problem.
like, and then 9 p.m. is like day. Like I'm like, geez, can we
Yeah.
just rest? Can the sun just
Yeah.
go down and just rest? You know? So there's that. There's the fact that you have longer days, which means like because you have longer days, people feel like they need to continue to do things until it's actually dark.
Yeah, they need to maximize
They need to
the daylight.
maximize the daylight, which
But
is
it's
like
night already. It's
it's
8 p.m.
anything you do to like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Go and
Call it a
sleep.
day.
Don't call it a day. But people feel like they need to take until it's dark. It's like, bro,
I
rest.
totally get it. Like I
Like,
totally
can we rest? Like, can we do 2 hours one day and rest?
know.
And I think it's also the excitement that people have about like, wow, see how the sun is. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is like? It's like
Sorry.
it's so beautiful. I'm like, what are we talking about? Like,
Yeah, this is how I feel. I have to just be like, I mean, first, because I
yeah,
don't
I'm
feel
like,
the joy. I
yeah,
don't
I
feel
don't
the
feel the
joy.
joy.
There are some weekends I'm happy to go out, but on most weekends, like throughout the month of July, I did not step out at all.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding. Like I didn't go anywhere on weekends. I just went to meet my friend's place. I took a walk here, and I was so relaxed. Like my weekend was chill. But every time I'd been saying, "Oh, sleep, sleep, sleep," I'm just like, you know what? Let me just go. So last week I went hiking in a
yeah.
particular forest. And then when I came back on Monday, I'm like, oh yeah, I went hiking. Like, oh my god, that was so exciting. And I'm like, yeah, very exciting, true,
Yeah,
but
it was
I
like,
can't
yeah,
do this.
sure.
This is a monthly activity, not a weekly activity.
Yeah,
I need, yeah, I'm not an extrovert. I don't have that much energy
Mm.
to
yeah.
do so much. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just amazing. It's just
people
interesting.
think I also tell people that I'm not an extrovert, but people think because it's more like if I'm outside, this is what I tell people. If I'm outside, I'm outside. Do you get like if I'm outside, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be talking, that kind of thing. It's better like that. But I would rather not come
Gee.
out. Do you get? Can we just be inside
Yeah,
and chill? But if I actually
yeah,
like on some days I actually want to like last weekend, I was just like I feel like dancing, right? And I just wanted to go to a club and just go dance, right? And I was basically looking for people like, let's just go dance, that kind of thing. So on some days like that, I feel like, oh, let's just go out and go dance. But it's not every day that let's
yeah.
go and be running up and down and be doing like we don't have house. Like I pay rent, let me spend all the money of my rent.
The interesting thing about being an introvert is also that when you need to have fun, you sometimes have to go to the extroverts. But the problem is that their definition of fun is excessive. So
Extreme.
when
Yeah,
I'm saying let's go out, I just mean like for like 1 hour, 2 hours max. I don't need it to be the whole day. And then
that
they're
is
like, calm down,
exactly.
turn me off. And then it's like 9 a.m. to like 4 p.m. I'm like,
Yeah.
You know what's very hilarious about this entire conversation? The person I say, exactly, you are going out to do the most ridiculous things every weekend.
I mean,
No one put gun to your head,
no,
though.
I
You
go
go out.
out like also like I like to try new things, right?
Uh-huh.
yeah,
So, but it's like Michael said, it's also like if you want to go out 2 hours. That's what I'm saying that people feel like they need to use all
spend the
the
whole day.
daylight. Do you get like if you use 2 hours outside and hike and come back, go and sleep. Like, can't don't you have sleep? Like, can't you people sleep? Right? But it's also like just a balance of like on days like I like to try new things. I like to go out sometimes, right? But it's not every time. But I think it's also like people feel like if it's cloudy today now, people are like, oh wow. But it's like cloudy is good. Like go outside if you want to go outside. Don't let that stop you from not going outside.
But the
But
sun has
people
to be out. The big bright sun.
and it's also like people talk about like going to the beach, like, oh, I'm going to the beach. The beach is so beautiful. It's like, sure.
Yeah.
Like I can't just go to the beach and go and sit down and be looking. Like
Not
I
gonna
can as
lie,
well
that's
be in
what
my
I've
house
been doing
and be
for
looking.
that's what I've been doing for a bit. Because it's just like I go there and I meet people too, and they're just looking at the water. I'm like, no,
I
that's why you
mean,
guys are saying.
sure.
I think.
But when you tell
Whenever,
people like, oh, I was at the beach, you're like, wow, you see, it
yeah,
was beautiful outside, right?
it's a record to drop on Slack
Yeah.
the
It's
beach
like,
again this weekend. But yeah, let's talk about what do you guys do for fun. I think this would be a good time to talk about what you do for fun. Maybe someone you want to go first. Obviously, it's not the beach.
I
Yeah,
don't have fun. Fun is not for poor people. See,
I don't mean just going out. There are things that you may do indoors. I mean,
yeah.
Daniel and I and all of us were checking the cost of some people's phone recently, having to buy the phone, install the phone, and then pay subscription again for the phone. So maybe that maybe
I mean,
that's what you
Samuel basically does the same thing now.
exactly. So
see,
it doesn't have to
for
be outside things. But yeah, what do you do? For?
Well, see, I told you, I'm coming. 1 second. I told you, Israel, that you should buy the disc version, right? When I went to Amazon yesterday to
Yeah,
find the game that we're trying to play, right?
yeah,
It was $41. If you bought
yeah.
it on Play Store or PlayStation, whatever, it was $69.
Okay.
70, right? So that's why I bought this, because I would
But
buy
I
on
played the games
discount.
now, and I've not bought any game.
What do you mean?
I mean, anyways, you're talking about
Okay,
PS5.
we'll go. Anyway, so what I do for fun, gaming is one of the things I do for fun. I watch movies for fun. I haven't done
Mm.
a lot of that lately. I do love to go dancing.
Okay.
That is fun. And the good part is that I don't need to pay a lot. Like the worst case would be maybe pay for ticket to get in, but I don't need to get a drink for me to have. I don't need to buy it. So it's not really expensive. It's just expensive in terms of the mental gymnastics it should take me to get dressed, find the dress to wear, then go out, like drive down. But
Mm.
when it comes to actually being there, it's not that expensive. I love going on museum, like going to museums. I don't mind doing it by myself. It's always relaxing by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I just sometimes walk to the artwork and just stare like, I don't remember the people that did them or that made the artwork. I don't remember them for Adam. I don't know the story behind them. I don't know where they are from. I don't know who they are. Even the popular ones, Moe, Chardonnay, I don't know. Anyway, I just see it and see that it's art, embrace whatever I think is nice about it,
Mm-hmm.
and move on. What else? I mean, there's also the gym, there's workout. There, I love driving. I guess.
There was a time you were in your touching grass era, and you used to take pictures of flowers and send to me. That era
Yeah,
has died,
no,
obviously.
it's still alive.
I've not been receiving messages from you. But tell me, what happened to that?
You're talking about when I used to go on walks.
Yeah.
The reason why it changes because it's the same. The part I'm in is not very, what's the
It's
word?
the same route.
It's the same route. So it's like I could go one direction, it might be good, and then if I go different direction, it's good. But there's the one direction that is very minimal and very controlled vehicle activity, and there's one that is like high intense vehicle activity. I don't like going in that direction because I might have headset on or something. But I still like I went on a walk like a couple of days ago, just not as long as it used to. Because
Mm.
now I have my art on a different thing, you know. Uh,
Mm.
but yeah, that's why it's not
There's
changed.
not a lot of places to like walking
Yeah,
around.
yes. Just what I then do is like I know like where I'm going because I always like to end up in the aesthetic parts, you know. So I would move between like I just change the route I would use to get there, but it's all still leading me to the same point. Like I'm just
Mm.
no, it's just like it's from point A to point B. How I get to B might be different, but it's all point A to point B, which can get boring after a while.
I mean, what
Yeah.
if you drive? No, what if you drive a bit to a new place and then take a walk around that place?
I haven't thought about that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You should think about that. You can check places there. I'm sure there are walking routes and trails
Yeah.
around everywhere in where you are. So you can just be checking them off one by one. For example, the hikes that I go on, we usually have to take transportation there. So to get there first. Yes, now to get there.
I mean, that's mostly
Your
like
hikes. Okay,
because
okay,
hikes
okay.
like mountains are usually outside of the city, so you have to like
Yeah, some of them are not even. Some of them don't even have like mountains. Some of them are just maybe places where there are a lot of like maybe lakes, and it's not city like. I mean, most of the UK is not city like. It's only maybe London and Manchester. So every other place is like countryside vibe. But yeah, that's it. How about you, Israel? What do you do for fun?
I sleep and I wake.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
But I watch movies a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, I watch
Yeah, you
movies
actually watch movies a lot.
a lot.
Shocked.
What
I
are you
did not.
watching? You did not know.
I know, like
Why were you shocked?
there was the OAU part where I knew it was. I just did not know that he still
Never
does it.
has been.
You know what makes me mad about this guy? He
Yeah,
doesn't really watch them. He skims through them.
yeah. It's
Well, no,
like
what do you mean
you're.
skim through them?
You skim. I could not watch. See, so I at some point we're watching Scandal when he came to right, and then he kept like, so you be him say things like, oh, so my dad's gonna, my mom is gonna, and so he's like just pressing like, just going
No,
through
no,
it.
no, no. Okay, so number one is like I've seen Scandal like multiple times, and I just want to get to the good parts, the eyes. Like I don't
You
need
know,
to
you're just looking for
watch.
the eye.
I'm just looking for the eyes. I
I was
don't. The
leaving.
problem
Yeah.
is like because I've watched so many movies, there are not a lot of movies that are coming out recently that are like catching my attention that are good enough, right? So I find myself going back to the old ones, right? Especially the ones that I've forgotten the plot. So I watch it like the same movie maybe like every 1 year or something like that because that way I've forgotten some of the plot and then I go back. But immediately I'm like at a point where I'm like, yeah, I know what happened here. I just like skip forward. But if I'm watching a new movie, most likely I'm not going to skip forward. I mean, you should see me watching YouTube. I watch YouTube on speed, 2 times speed.
See, that's understandable. But you were
So
watching Scandal.
yes, now
Was it two? It wasn't 1x, was it? It was maybe 1.
I watch
no,
movies on. I can no longer watch on 2x now on Netflix. I don't know what has happened, but
maybe you need to pay.
no, no, there's no free Netflix now.
I mean, you need to pay more. You don't know what is going
No,
on.
I don't know what plan I am on, but there's a better plan that allows you to.
The idea of software now has changed. It's like
You
your
need to
the
pay more.
minimum you are paying is the freemium
But
model.
it's not
It's
a
the
premium
freemium.
version. But it's not
It's
a,
premium. It's premium, but you still won't see
no, like
ads and
what
shit like that.
is times two? I mean, 2x a premium option.
How is it doesn't matter. How is 780p? How is 4K not a premium action?
Okay, so basically what
Mm,
they are saying is that if you don't have the time to watch, if you want to buy back your time, you need to pay for
you
it, or
pay
else you
exactly.
watch it at this slow mo.
I
That's
mean,
wild. Yeah.
YouTube recently added like X speed to their
Where are we rushing to?
so they added 3x to their distance. Yeah, there's no time to check that.
Yeah,
There are so
I'm
many
watching it
contents.
for information. I'm not.
Yeah, so there's no time. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
watch a
the.
lot of
Sorry,
movies.
Israel.
What
Yeah,
are you
go ahead.
watching?
I
What you were saying.
What am I watching currently? I was watching Outside the Wire yesterday night.
On
It's like a
2x.
movie. No, not 2x actually, 1x. It's been a while. I'm rewatching it because I've watched it again. So I'm
Okay.
rewatching that. So I'm not skipping forward,
Where
but
are you watching Outside the Wire?
it's on Netflix.
Never
Uh,
heard that.
so it's nice movie. It's like 2020 or 20 something. It's an old movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I watch movies. What else do I do for fun? I am doom scrolling on the internet. It's another thing I
I'm
do
back
for
on
fun.
Twitter now, which is like,
I
good to
mean,
have you.
I'm actually on Twitter, but I'm not really on
But
Twitter.
like, I can bank that if I send you a tweet, now maybe you see it in like 2 days. Before I don't send it to you.
Exactly. So I will see it in like 2 days compared to if you send it to me on Instagram, which I will see it like the
But
same day.
before when I send you tweets, you don't even. It's like you're dead on Twitter.
Oh
That's why I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
send it to you.
I didn't have Twitter installed before. Do you get?
Okay, you installed it back now.
I have the app, but I still
Welcome
end
back.
up opening it on my computer anyways, because I'm not
Yeah, it's
used to
good
opening
to
it on
have
my
you.
phone again. Yeah, I started playing games again. So I bought a PS5. More like a friend contributed money as a birthday, and then I added money.
Like, there's no need
Yeah, I
to
have a
try to downplay
PS5.
it so that you could have bought it yourself. Don't
Yeah,
bring any friend into it. We're
I
not
have a
your
PS.
parents, exactly. How much does this thing cost again, Samuel?
I
Device?
mean, it's just like 540
Oh,
something.
just
After
okay.
tax is like 600 Canadian dollars.
That's
Oh, 500. That's like 500 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, we pay 13% tax, anyways.
let's just move on. Let's just make this episode a chill episode with vibes.
Yeah.
Let's
But
just be
yeah,
good.
so I do that. What else do I do? Sometimes I go dance. I go like to
Mm.
clubs to go dance because I like dancing. So I go out to go dance. What else do I do? Yeah, I think that's mostly it, to be honest. And I do like random things depending on the season, to be honest. Like I hike during hiking season, take walks sometimes. I go play badminton every Tuesday. That is something. So that is another more consistent thing. I sometimes go to the arcade. What else do I do? I'm not sure if reading is fun, but sometimes I read.
I think you read some uh fiction, fantasy
Yeah,
fiction.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
it's not for me. You're not reading it for any maybe
Exactly.
lesson.
Yeah. So I read that. Currently reading this guy on my desk, Dios.
So yeah, Stephen, I
Yeah,
can't remember everything that happened there, but I was into Stephanie Meyer in
yeah,
I think 100 level where I used to post about it on Facebook. Such a good
yeah.
time.
So I'm currently reading. What else do I do?
Why are you laughing, Samuel?
Yeah, I think that's like mostly what I might have forgotten something, but yeah. That
You don't
is
want to mention your rich man hobby, pickleball, ball, aquaball, and
Yeah, pickleball a lot. Let me Google that. Mm.
pickleball is like badminton, I think. Like
Yeah, I
badminton
see that now.
tennis. Yeah. Intersection of badminton tennis.
Why is it a rich people sport? Does it require like money?
It doesn't. It's just like tennis.
Yeah, like, that's why I'm surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing it on the
But I
images.
also travel for fun. I also
You
travel
don't
for
play any.
fun. So
Say I travel for fun. Amazing.
yeah.
No, that's a nice thing to be able to say. Yeah, happy for it.
Yeah. I travel for
Someone
fun.
someone is just angry. Like someone, someone wants to punch you from Philly and let you reach you in Vancouver. Like, oh yeah, that's amazing. Wish we could say the same. What do I do for fun? I think the consistent thing that I do now is the hikes that I go for every month with my friends, and it's so fun that I'm able to be consistent in that because, like I said, you have some of these locations you have to travel there. Like maybe they take like a 1 hour train or a 2 hour train. But the UK has so many, and then because the country is an island again, there's so many, these mountains and stuff. So yeah, that's really fun. And I think another thing that I like about going out that's fun is taking pictures. Like I genuinely enjoy taking pictures of new views. Like photography is now my newfound love. What else? I've been drawing again. Know that these drawings can see the light of the day, but I have.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you've been drawing very good, which is nice. Those
yeah,
pictures, those drawings are not just for, they are not safe for work.
consumption. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I drew something. I drew. I was watching Wednesday yesterday, and I drew this, which I think came out good. I don't know if my camera can
Yeah,
see
I
it.
can see it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's actually
this came
nice.
out
Yeah.
good, and yeah, there was a very unholy drawing there. And then I was drawing. I saw this cartoonish thing online. I don't know if it came
Yeah.
out good. But yeah, there are some other good ones that are unfortunately not suitable for public consumption.
NSFW, not safe for work.
That I wouldn't say that. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe let's not go there. But but it's so much fun. I've been drawing a lot more, and I like it. And it's because I saw this lady on Twitter that she has very cute drawings that she does anytime she goes out. And I'm trying to also pick up watercolor painting. I've been thinking about it, and I think it's really nice because these things they are always related. And segue, guys, do you remember? I don't know if you guys remember in secondary school the reason why I left finance. I was in finance class with Josie and all of them,
yeah, yeah.
and I left finance class because they used to say that you can't get A1 in mock in finance. That was when I came to
Yeah.
join you guys in bricklaying and blocklaying.
Bricklaying. I mean, I was also in typewriting actually, and then everybody just
Yeah.
went to, yeah, everybody just went to BBC
I, was-
because
I
it
was,
was like,
I was,
it was just what it
It was
was.
just free A1. You
It
didn't
was
even
just
get
a
A1
free.
eventually. Like,
I don't even know, but I think it was more the fact that all the boys were there, people were having
yeah,
fun,
yeah.
and but all the other places, it was like you were suffering.
She acted very miserable. Like she
Yeah.
made typewriting miserable. She was
where
like,
did you go, Samuel?
I was in
So
typewriting
it was in
initially,
typewriting too. We're in typewriting
and then
together.
I was like, this woman is she's gonna be the end of me. So
Yeah.
I moved to BBC.
I mean, technically,
Yeah.
I was a good student.
BBC is brick and block lane,
Yeah, obviously. BBC can mean a lot of things, but in this context, it could be British Broadcasting Network too. But yeah, yeah. But I
Well,
think, yeah. So I
regardless,
think it ended up being like females wearing something, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not
Like
economics.
food something.
yeah, food science and something.
Food and science. There's some food and I don't know what it was, but there was
Yeah.
something.
It was
Yeah,
something related to food, and
homemaking.
then no, it was food. It was more
Food
food. It
and
was like they were
nutrition.
making food.
Was
Food
it?
and
Whenever they cook
yeah, I
like
think it
this,
was food and nutrition. Maybe it was
yeah,
food
food
and
and
nutrition.
nutrition.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
whenever they cook like this, oh my
Everybody,
god!
Yeah.
bro, everybody will start knowing that they know a friend that is
Oh,
like, yeah.
so good. And they will wear white. I
So
think they wear white or
yeah,
something.
they will wear white this thing, yeah. And
It's
then
funny
boys
how
will go to
it's
BBC
funny
to like,
how like all of this subtle, this like subtle.
To misogyny and
Because
gender.
yeah,
like it was so we all moved from okay, we're all going to do typewriting, which is corporate, and then we're just going to
Yeah,
yeah,
do it just moved from it being like
just
maybe
to
distributed
bricklayer.
bricklayer straight up, and then cookers like cooking.
Now I can't believe they actually did that. Like I think if I stayed with drawing, I probably would have been with fine art. I would have been a lot better.
yeah,
I just left because I'm just like, I need my A1, and I already know that you can't get A1 in fine art. Like you
yeah,
can never. Does I
Yeah.
just go and lay blocks with these other guys
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything? And
Yeah.
then BBC class used to be so full.
Yeah.
And
And then boys will be throwing tantrums, and everybody's just like, and I mean, it was fun. I'm glad I did
yeah,
it, to be
It
honest,
was
because it's also
fun.
like
yeah, it
you
was
learn
just
some
vibes.
skill, like just normal
Yeah,
skills about like all
yeah,
this
it was
stuff.
just vibes. Anyway, yeah,
But it was vibes. It was fun. Boys were having fun. We're
that was
carrying
cool.
blocks and all those kind of things. But
Yeah,
yeah,
then you have to build some small structure as your exam or something.
yeah.
One
Yeah.
ridiculous thing like that. Anyway, yeah, drawing is what I do for fun now, and then obviously reading. And I watch movies too. I don't think I watch as much, like as much as Israel does,
Yeah.
but yeah, I watch movies too, and I draw and writing, reading. Most of my fun stuff are in the same department. I think Aiken is the only new thing. Yeah, this is
People wonder how I watch so many movies.
yeah.
Usually,
They don't know I
I
watch movies
remember
now.
I remember that I was almost not carried as an executive in ECU because I watched too many movies.
Really?
Legit.
Was
Yeah.
that a reason that they
Yeah.
did it?
Yeah. It was not so much about watching too many movies. It was the fact that I
Okay.
wasn't watching Monzaya movies.
For
Right?
context, carried is basically where you become an executive in the fellowship.
In the Christmas
Yeah. So
fun.
so so it
That's
was more
that's
like they were like, oh
interesting.
me, I watch all kind of movies, even the one where they are kissing. So
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
takes
worthy
your
enough.
mind is not consecrated. Is
Yeah,
what it
so
is.
my mind is not consecrated, so I'm not worthy enough to be a church executive and stuff. So
Unfortunately,
I mean,
They were right.
God did it.
because well,
God did it,
God
and
still,
I became an
saw you-
executive.
God still saw you as
God
His
still
own,
saw me
and you were
exactly and
chosen.
selected me. Yeah,
It's actually that's a ridiculous one.
No, technically, it's not ridiculous. I mean, if you want to be like strictly biblical and everything, Israel will agree
yeah,
that it's not ridiculous.
No, no. Is the problem was not the movie. The problem is where the movie was coming from.
That's why
yeah.
it's not
That's why
ridiculous.
it's ridiculous, huh? And that's why
No,
it's not
that's why it's
ridiculous.
not
Yeah, yeah,
ridiculous.
So
exactly.
the
Yeah,
reason why I would think it's ridiculous is because the person is doing it on the assumption of okay, these people are producing this content, so they are producing the content in good faith, or it's good exposure per se. And if you get what I'm saying, as opposed, it's basically saying that oh, if you are watching this thing, yes, you are getting affected, which we know based on Christian standard. But if you are then watching this one, you are insured, like you are covered. If you are
Yeah,
watching the other side, you are covered and stuff.
yeah.
And that's not true.
The thing is that we can't know for sure to
yeah.
the
I
T,
think
but it's not out of place to say that if you're going to be a Christian leader, there are some content that we would not want
exactly.
you to do. For
Yeah,
example,
I think that's more that. Yeah,
it's not a that's basic. It's the same way, for
yeah.
example, that if you have kids now and your kids are maybe primary school class or whatever, or nursery school, there are some people that it's not as if you know what your nursery school teacher is watching, but if it gets out that these kind of things that they are watching, you might be concerned for your kids. That I don't know how to rationalize it, but if this person is spending so much time with this kind of content and then they are coming to talk to my kids, how am I sure that slur words is not going to come out of their mouths? Do you get it? How am I sure that they're not going to start saying F you right there in front of
Yeah.
my own children who I don't want to be hearing F you? So it's like if you're going to be a Christian leader and we're saying that there are some content that we don't want you to consume, that's not really out of place.
Yeah.
In the context of Christianity, it's
So
not out
I
of place.
kind of get that, but then I would raise this counter argument, which is like at that time, right? Israel was known to be a member of the drama group. Israel was known to be someone that was interested in going into drama, like artists
Mhm.
acting and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been it could have been seen in both ways. Like, it wasn't a thing of like, okay, brother Israel, why are you watching these things? It was a thing of, oh, he should not be serving because he's watching these things. Now,
Yeah.
if you're an artist, for example, it should be,
I mean, I should
I
be
think
watching
it should
Mount
be,
Zion to learn how to act.
I don't think Samuel. The thing is not that every church member should not watch this thing. It is
I
that if
think
you're
that's
going
the
to be a
problem.
leader,
Yeah, yeah. I think
the way
that's I
a
think the
leader,
essential problem. Yeah,
there are people that probably still call Israel to now to ask for some kind of advice or whatever the case may be, even though you
yeah,
have stopped being a leader like years ago. Do you get it? So we need to be sure to the T the kind of content that you're consuming. If I'm going to be a leader in a Christian
yeah.
community, for example, there are many things that I'm going to have to stop doing. Like
Mm-hmm.
even as I am right now, there are some, for example, as
Yeah,
I am now with no leadership, anything to my street, I can react as this thing happening on Twitter now. I can share thoughts. I can share quotable
You can
quotes.
share your 2 cents.
Do
Yeah.
you get? I can share my 2 cents. But if you're going to be a leader, there are things that you're just unfortunately not going to be able to do. Segue
I
to
mean
why
that.
we
I
are
mean that's
hearing
that's
about
that's. I
your
was going to say
president.
that's actually the problem with this particular Twitter drama is the fact that he's a pastor. That's
Yeah,
why
the
people are
leader.
dragging him. Like even if it's just like if he was just a regular person in church, it's like yeah, sure, you used to be a bad boy and now he's a
Yeah.
good
So
boy.
what?
So what? Like everybody moves on, right?
So I think about what you just said in terms of, oh, this is what should be expected of this person and things like that.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I don't know how, I mean, you know what my stand is in terms of whether or not a pastor or a minister or a leader in the church should have active social media and, if they should
Yeah.
engage on.
I think it supports, right?
Yeah, I'm still in support. Like, I still think that they should. But I guess where I'm like struggling is that isn't that narrative a narrative that would push for a form of supremacy in the like in the sense of so for example, I would I would link it from, let's talk about the Yoruba culture,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's something
Right.
the king never does in public. That is not a problem, right? But the king never does it in public. So for example, on your Ife, for example, you can never see the king sitting,
Hmm.
right?
Interesting.
In public, even if it's in public, you would not see him sitting because it will cover him when he's about to sit, right?
Did not know that.
Oh yeah, they will cover him if he's about to sit in a public building. He's
I'm
about
trying to remember if you have seen the only before. Keep trying.
I guess it's more saying that you won't see him while he's sitting. Is that what you're saying? Not that you won't see him seated.
no, you won't see him while he's sitting. Like when he's about to sit down, you wouldn't see the action
What's
of
the process of sitting down?
Of the
yeah.
process of
You
sitting.
won't
I
see
mean,
the
I'm not sure
king.
about that. Yeah. You just see that
Go
proof
and check. Go and check. Go
cut
and
in
check.
and then he sits. Yeah.
Go and check online. No, so he's sitting. When he wants to sit, there are those guys that follow him, the other league, they will
Yeah,
use their white stuff to cover so
Yeah,
no one sees him sit.
that's cute to be honest. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
When I asked, they said the reason is because at that point the king bows when he's sitting, and the king never bows to anyone, so they protect him.
mm,
Yes, I
I mean,
don't
he
know how
cannot
to.
ban. He can just sit like this.
Yeah, but then when you think about the fact that an average Yoruba king is not young, so they have to like find support and then
yeah,
stuff.
Orima bend at an
Yeah,
angle.
yeah,
Yeah.
the crown. But my point is, these standards that are expected of ministers,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it a thing that makes ministers feel like, and this is going to sound a bit controversial, but doesn't it feel make them feel like they are more human than the rest of us? Like, isn't it an unfair expectation? So, for example, it's like, yeah, like, doesn't it make them feel like, oh, they are held to I mean, they are held to a different standard, yes, but
Yes.
they're still humans at the core of it, which means that they still can have human interests. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's what I think. Like, okay, is this person a human? Yes, but it's the reason why pastor would be able to. I don't know if I'm making my
I think I think it relates to your previous points in support of this notion, which has always been that we need to see them as human beings that they are,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't need to go excessively out of place to paint them as if they are not humans and
Mhm.
everything. But the unfortunate truth about leadership is that leadership oftentimes does not work that way. If you,
Yeah.
I mean, you just lead a small fellowship where people already almost worshiping you, like, and this is not even like you lead maybe a fellowship of 20 people alone. People are already like calling you all sorts of names. So already, once you assume the position of a leader, you're almost already not on the same level with other people. That's just the
It's
unfortunate.
more like what is expected of you is
It
higher
is
than what
very
is like.
different.
I don't think it's only like Christian leadership or
No,
something.
it's
It's
just
also like
general leader.
just leadership in general. Like when you're a leader, like more is placed on you or more is expected of you.
Years ago, you would be reading things like Abraham Lincoln's words, and they will be getting motivational speech from them, like Awolowo's words and everything. You can't read Tinubu's, there's nothing to get.
Hey, who told you? Hey, you can't make an egg without
Yeah,
breaking. We can't make an
I will
omelette
solve it.
without breaking some eggs. Leave it there. Exactly. Don't worry. Come on. You don't
Actually, I
you
take
don't
back
know
my
that.
word. Big
What
tips,
are you saying?
big tips, big tips. I take back my word. But yeah, it's just like leadership could be evolving. But I think I am still very much on the conservative side of leaders. That there are
Mm.
things that I will keep telling you, Samuel, and we will keep seeing more disadvantages of all these leaders, especially when it now comes to spiritual leaders, taking this kind of roles
Yeah.
in the social scene, to be honest. It's like what this man has done, the person that started this conversation, just like we all said, in the context of Christianity, which is the world that he is living in, they get it.
Yeah.
It's clean. Actually,
It's clean, yeah.
God does not
Actually,
even know
it's
all
even a
this.
good testimony. It's actually even a good
But this is
testimony.
this is the gospel.
So I
Yeah.
want to do a quick, like, just for context for those that we got up. So basically, there was a drama on Nigerian Twitter about a
That
Nigerian
drama.
pastor. Yeah, a Nigerian pastor that got his old tweets digged up, and so by digging up his old tweets and some of the recent tweets that he did, people are drawing lines into whether his character has changed, whether he should be a pastor, whether he's still the same person he was when he was actively and loudly a sex addict, which has been a really big part of his messaging and I'll say branding after he became a
Yeah.
pastor. He's spoken largely about that. But now it's become a drama because people are finding his old tweets and his old um, friends with benefits or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And all of those things, and they're bringing it all together. So that's what that story is about, just for
I
context.
mean, it's interesting that Paul basically did all of this. Paul was like, "Oh, remember that I used to kill you people, but
Mm.
now I'm no more
He
killing
said,
you."
this is the gospel. People are not
Yeah.
getting it. This is why Jesus Christ. This is what was supposed. This is good news. This is actually
Yeah.
the good
This.
news
Yeah.
that a man can be like this, and then once he's saved, he becomes like this.
Like
And
Yeah, we
this
should have
part,
this.
done
Yeah.
it that way. We should have
like
done it
Yeah.
that way because
this
this
part
is
does not exist anymore. Like there's no record. God doesn't keep record of our sins. Literally, there's no record of all of those things anymore. You guys can keep keeping records, and there will be consequences for that on the
Yeah.
human. And
Yeah. Yeah.
if there are crimes that has been committed, yeah, he should go to jail. He should face the legal consequences of his crimes. But if we're judging him from his spiritual point of view, there's no basis. My
Yeah.
only
There's no
concern
basis.
is that the podcast itself had some concerning parts of it, and the podcast is recent. And if he's
Yeah.
a pastor, there are probably people that that he's counseling in terms of premarital counseling and everything. So I would not be so sure about that bit. Do you get it? But if it's in terms of he did all of those things, now he's coming back to say he's a Christian. That's literally the idea.
What it's supposed to be.
I mean, there's also the popular thing in like the in a community that the final bus stop of a
Of secretary.
yeah of someone that has done weird things, the final bus stop is religion. It's like faith eventually. Like it's like yeah, it's like you see all of these like
I've
they'll say
never
But
that
heard that before.
that's what we're telling you.
But that's
That's
the
the
gospel, though. That's the
yeah
gospel,
no
though.
that's what we want.
I'm not debating that, you know,
That's
like
what we want. That's
I
our
mean
desire. That the
That's
earlier
what
you
makes God
come
happy.
to the light, the better for you. But even if it is later,
Anytime you come, yeah, it doesn't matter.
by the time you do a roundabout finish, Christ will arrest you.
you say Christ will
And
arrest
that's the joy. No, and that's the joy. The joy is that you will still be arrested. Yes, sir.
you. No,
That's why we had this conversation multiple times. Like you have to pick one. It's like if you once you decide to believe in Christianity like this, you can't rationalize a lot of things again. Because low key, a lot of things don't mix. What do you mean we should forget? Or like old things that passed away? Old things are on Twitter, my guy. Like
It's old thing of I will say that 2020 is old.
old
Like,
things are
bro,
being reposted right now and they are being replied. They are
you
not
know
passed away.
that is something that bothers me, especially having a public facing account and stuff.
yeah,
Like it's why I was like, I'm just gonna keep. We had this conversation at the beginning of this podcast that we'll keep some conversations out of the podcast. We'll not talk
Yeah.
about something because it's
Yeah.
like and I remember our first sample episode. You
Mhm.
said that people would not be able to assume they would not be able to allow you grow in good faith or something like that. Like your opinion change and how they will
Yeah.
not that people don't
So,
accept to that process as fast
I
as
think I get what you're saying, but I think I'm careful to not make that as if it's an example because this guy's past is actually not a matter of opinion. Like these are things that I should not.
that should not be.
yeah,
Yeah. If, for example, now it's different if in 2020 I was supporting Buhari to be
yeah,
president because good
yeah,
luck had messed up and we wanted
Yeah,
Buhari because Chibok had happened, Boko
yeah,
Haram had
yeah,
happened, good luck
yeah,
and most of that. We want a
yeah.
new president. And
mm,
then Buhari messed us up for 8 years.
yeah, yeah,
And now I'm changing my mouth in 2023 that this
yeah.
Buhari needs to go. And
Go,
people are
yeah.
like, well, you know, there in
Well, you're
20.
not there.
That's an
Exactly. Yeah,
opinion thing. That one, I can debate it and be like, yeah, I was wrong. Facts. I didn't
Yeah.
commit a crime. I didn't slander
But
anybody.
even that, people are still not forgiving of that.
No, they
Even
don't
for
have to forgive me. That's
They
their
don't have to
business.
forgive
But
me
I have
now.
a good legal ground. I have a ground to stand on. That's what I'm telling you. That if you have
Okay.
common sense, if you actually don't forgive me for that, I don't rate you because that means you are not somebody that can, like, you can't process the fact that people can change. Am I?
Yeah,
Am I God? Good luck already messed up for goodness sake. We were all in federal government because when we were doing 1 minute silence for our colleagues in federal government
Chibok girls. Yeah.
where they were arrested. So what are you telling me that I supported Buhari now? And now he has messed up. And now I'm coming back. And I'm like, yeah, I also fucked
Yeah.
up again. And then you're telling me that because I'm an idiot. You're actually an idiot. So now I can argue that one. For example, now, Sunday, I went to see the president and then
Yeah.
people dragged him for that. Let's say, for example, now, anything happens in the future and they use that video maybe for elections and stuff. They use it for his Tinubu's campaign, which they probably
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
And then you realize that, oh shit, that shouldn't have done that. And then it comes up and says, oh, it doesn't really like that I did that. And people are dragging. So what? I've realized now that it was a mess up. So what would you want me to do? Do you get? It's different from posting a picture of somebody on the TL and tagging them my. Do you get it?
I mean, obviously that also is probably not a bad thing because it's two adult
Did you see?
consenting adults.
Like,
No,
did
it's
she
two
consent
consenting
to what he posted as
what do you
that?
mean?
Because now they found our husband. They found that. Did you see that Israel? Did you see that part?
Yo, I'm
Yeah.
happy birthday to
Michael.
my
They
son.
found the picture of our wedding
No,
day.
they
Michael.
probably were good on good terms to be posted at that time. Actually,
Yes. See, yes.
yes,
You
yes, yes. They
are
probably
thinking
were.
about
Yeah,
it. You are thinking about it from a point of everyone has that. People don't give two shits about some of these
Apparently,
stuff. People don't. If you are
yeah.
on some side of Instagram and you see the kind of things people post on Instagram about their sexual partners, about the things they want to do to them or whatever, they can get really graphic really quick. So
and
yeah,
they tag these
And
people.
they tag them now.
they tag
People
them,
tag each
yeah.
other.
That
Like
at someone can't wait
people legit are rocking each other in the clubs and they are tagging each other
And
like,
their
oh, I
faces
just
are on.
and their faces are on. And then after 5 years, you are like,
Yeah, like that's
my
the thing.
bad.
That's why I was before we
not even
were
your bad because my own kids are seeing you, they are seeing me now on your TL
It
and you're
doesn't matter,
telling me you're
bro.
bad.
My
this
bad.
is why this is why I was saying that people like Nigeria is a conservative country,
Yeah.
which is also one of the things that guides how we react. But people overestimate how moralistic they can be or how good or how beyond
Judgment.
this. No, not even judgmental. Like they think that they are above these things. Like
Yeah.
for example, if our chats were to leak on some of the things that we have said in the past in our
Yeah,
private chat, like is what
we
we
shall
say,
be doomed. That's just it. Just go
what we
ahead.
say in private and what we
I
say in
mean,
public,
most people will be
that's for
doomed. I think most people
everybody.
will be doomed, to be honest. It's
The
like,
entire world will be doomed because it's
yeah,
like what I mean. There are some thoughts that come to my mind that I know that I should not be expressing this
I
publicly.
should
But
not
that's
be exactly. Yeah.
Think about the fact that at that time it wasn't popular. It was probably a small timer. It was probably
no,
just
no, no. I agree with you that at that time to him, the
now.
TL was probably at some point, I think the way Nigeria works and jungle just generally is that now we nap. So for example, now
Now who then now
that's
fuck up?
for example, this old thing, the way this thing happens, the person that is dragging Salakota is dragging this guy now. I'm sure he has probably checked his own tier. But if somebody also goes there, they'll be like, this you. I'm sure you've seen that this you thing happen many
Yeah,
times.
yeah, this year.
Like nobody's beyond.
Yeah.
I mean,
God, that this year is so funny.
the man of God, Baba Adeboye was talking about don't chase financial this thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And people were
yeah. And
quoting
people
it
are like,
with
this
this.
you.
So it's like there's no
That shit
I
was
didn't see that.
crazy.
oh that screenshot I sent
That's
to you about
the
you can also
salary,
donate to your
donating
house.
your salary. Yeah, yeah,
Quoted it of Baba Adeboye's teacher was talking about that you should not chase worldly
yeah.
wealth
Financial
and
this thing.
worldly
Yeah.
possessions. And then people now quoted that and you told me to donate my house and my salary.
Yeah, that was
And this
basically what
thing,
people were like. This you also people took a screenshot of the headline of oh you bought a private jet or something like that.
He
People
has
were
a
like
yeah,
private deadline.
yeah,
Like
people were like this you.
he bought a private airline.
he has a
No,
private airline. He has multiple private jets.
I mean, I understand the
Yeah.
private jet bits to be honest.
Emmanuel Jet or Emmanuel Airline or something like that. Even named it a
yes, and God
Christian.
with us. God has to be
But
with
can you
us.
not understand the private jet bits? I think if you are someone who is taking flights at a ridiculous number of times in a year at a particular
I
point.
mean, me,
It's
I
just more
understand.
economical
Me,
He has more than one. He has more than one. Like he has a chain of it.
yeah,
rationalizing this thing. But I'm saying that there are things that happens. I mean, that happen in this whole church. This that I'm 100% in support of. But there are some things that are logistics to me.
yeah,
That's how me I've seen them. Like if you're taking flights a lot, you want waiting at the airplane. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys know
yeah.
how long we wait at the airport. For a
No,
1 hour flight, you'll be there 2 hours before.
And it's also like some of these people have to like live at like this, right? Like they have
Yeah,
to
and have to
look
go
at it.
somewhere else again.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
I
if he's
understand.
going, there are sometimes maybe the choir needs to go with him, or the ministers need to go. Maybe that's why he has two private jets. So I'm just saying that it might not necessarily be like that's something that's a
No, see,
like a point to argue with.
I don't care that he has a private jet.
Yeah.
You know, see, when it comes to this money and wealth conversation, you guys know where I stand. I
I
don't
mean,
care
you are
that
a
he has
luxurious
private,
guy.
right? But if a minister has a private jet, right, that's fine. If he has two, brother, if he goes ahead and has three, if he then runs a company with that, like
How many does he have?
Can't he run a company?
at the time he said he had five, but I'm trying to find proof of that. I don't see any. But there are also private people when it comes to these things, so I don't know.
He can also have a business now. I mean, that's another
Yeah, but
story
these
for another
businesses
time.
are always they're usually under the church's name. They are not taxed, and so they go back. So it's what we're saying.
The
Like if the
game is the game,
church,
my brother.
see, this is the thing.
No, I mean, obviously because it's the church, it's still the same. Like obviously because it's the church, because this is also what rich people use, all right? They put some of these private jets under NGOs, and then
Yeah,
they like all these things. People do it, and then it's legal. That's why people do it, and the government knows, right?
No, but
So
something you do. Your stand against it is that it doesn't sound ethically right.
no. See, my thing is the church needs to draw a line. Are you for profit or not for profit? You cannot be.
The house of the Lord
it's
can
the house
never
of
be.
God now.
As long as it is the church. See, it can never be for profit. Even if we are making money from it, it doesn't make it for profit because the
Yeah,
money we are
but,
making is for the
but,
kingdom.
It's
but
for the kingdom. It's for advancing the kingdom.
thank you for watching today's episode of Miles Apart in the Common Room. We hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as we did. You know what to do. Like, comment, share, ask questions, tag us, whatever stood out to you, whatever you disagreed with, especially let us know. But yeah, see you in the next episode.